Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough. We'll see about that in Nightvision. Find out more right here, right now. This is a strange but interesting one, I must confess. Oh, but where are my manners? Greetings petrolheads and welcome to romrom.net, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing and to the test of a new racing game. Rommies meet Nightvision. The core of this game is you drive at night. For now, the only way to drive is using your keyboard in the typical WASD kind of way we all know from almost every game out there, or a controller. But I'm bad at using a controller, so I kept using the keyboard. Now come the interesting bits. For one, you can drive along in story mode in a road that is predictable and that you can learn. The goal here is to complete the 12 miles of road and finish the story. Or you can drive in the Sandbox, where the goal is to drive as long as you can. But you cannot crawl along, as there is a minimum time to make it to the next goal. This is not shown anywhere like in a countdown or some such, but you know it's there and it makes you be as fast as possible. The roads in the Sandbox are procedurally generated along a list of parameters you give the game to make it easy or difficult to drive along, including weather conditions. At some point you are going to crash into another car, go out of the road or not be fast enough, and that will be the end of your drive. The procedural system gives you the opportunity to end up racing in 10 quintillion tracks, according to the developer. Now you can share the passphrase of your track and see who else is able to drive as long as you, as with this data somehow the game can redo the road. I had my dear difficulties driving with the keyboard, as I often pressed the keys for turning too often and went easily off the road, but slowly I got the hang of it and was faster. While this is not my kind of game, I understand the appeal, and I'm sure some of you may find this kind of playing quite interesting, especially as you can measure yourself against others. It has this just one more feeling, especially as you can repeat tracks if you found one of them especially interesting. On the other hand, it's difficult for me to recommend who this game is for. It's not for casual racing, as it can take a long time to play, as long as you don't crash or are too slow, and the non-existent wheel support makes it difficult for some of us, me included, to drive. In any case, start with a story, as the track there is always the same and the story introduces you gradually to the different levels of difficulty within the game. Also, the driving is easier than in the Sandbox. All in all, it's a well-made and interesting independent game, and we're told there is a VR version in the making. Just be sure your VR goggles have a good way to display black and darkness. Nightvision is available on Steam for €15. In my opinion, too high a price, but if it's for, say, half the price at Steam, or at least under €10, it may very well be worth a look. Worth more than one look are our other videos, so check the playlist to the left or the video to the right. Until next time, save fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other on the podium.
Visit romrom.net to connect to fellow sim racers and sim racing fans.